Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to do a full service interval on any Nissan Qashqai with the engine 1.6 DCI. So as you can see, today I'm working on this car, and because I have to do a full service on this car, I decided to show you all how to do it yourself at home and with normal tools. So as you can see, this is how the engine is looking on this car. And for example, right here in the right side, this is our air filter, which you have to replace. Then right here in the left side, it is our fuel filter, which we also will replace. And underneath, you'll have the oil filter, and into the car, underneath the dashboard, you'll have the pollen filter or the habitacle filter. So from here, just follow what I'm doing. I'm not going to explain it step by step because it's a very common thing to do. It's very easy, like on most of the cars. But probably if you never did it, it's a good idea to show you and to learn how to do it on your car yourself. From here, the first thing which I'm going to do is to drain the oil from underneath the vehicle and to remove the oil filter at the beginning. Also, I recommend all to remove the oil cap from the top of the engine and also to remove the dipstick, because in this way the oil will leak a little bit faster from underneath the vehicle. With all of this being said, you'll have to go underneath the vehicle and you'll have to locate the drain plug bolt from the oil pan. And on this car, it's right here on the passenger side, approximately. And this is our drain plug bolt. You'll have to remove it to drain the oil completely from the engine. And right here, a little bit further, you'll have to check for this oil filter. You'll have to remove this oil filter cap, and after that you'll have to tighten it to 25 Newton meters like it's written on it. And also, if you want to tighten the drain plug bolt from the oil pan, you'll have to tighten it to 44 Newton meters. But I will show you later all the specifications for this car at the end of this video. Alright everybody, so as you can see, right here I have the old oil filter and the old oil filter cap, and you'll have to remove it like this. You'll have to pull the oil filter out from the oil filter cap, and I recommend all to clean it very good with some brake cleaner. And don't forget to replace this o-ring. You'll have to remember where this o-ring was installed, because it has a special place on the oil filter cap, and you have to clean the oil filter cap very good. You'll have to install a new o-ring, and after that you'll have to install the new oil filter on it. After that you have to put it back into the vehicle. Like always, I like to work with man filters. Everything which I'm installing on most of the cars, it's made by man. Only if I don't find the manufacturer man for the specific car which I'm working on, I will choose a different manufacturer. But in most of the cases, I recommend all to buy man filters, because it's the best in my opinion out there. So as you can see, you'll have to pull it, you'll have to push it into the oil filter cap. There is no special way to install it. You can install it in every way you want. You'll have to push it in and it will lock in place, and after that you can put it back into the vehicle. And I recommend all to lubricate the o-ring just a little bit, because it it will help it to install a little bit easier into the oil filter housing, and it will not chip or break while you are tightening the oil filter cap. Alright everybody, so moving forward, you'll have to replace the air filter, you'll have to remove the two clips which are securing it mounted to the air filter box, and then you'll have to lift it up. Very simple. Then you'll have to remove the old one and install the new one back on it. And also don't forget to use some comprimated air and clean inside the air filter box very good, because you don't want to have any dirt and debris inside it which can go into the engine. So as you can see right here, I have the new air filter. I'm going to put it back like it was before, and the air filter is replaced on this car. It is so easy, it's a very easy job and straightforward, so anyone can do it in any place. After that, moving forward, you'll have to replace the fuel filter also on this car. To replace the fuel filter, you'll have to remove 3 screws in total. 2 are securing this metal housing over the air filter, and the one is securing the air filter mounted to 1 liter bracket. And also you have to remove the 2 hoses which are going into the air filter and the connector from the lateral of the air filter. And as you can see, it's very easy to remove those 2 hoses. I recommend all to use a special set of pliers with some very bouncy end. I'm not sure how to explain it, but you have to use a set of pliers which is made special for this kind of hoses, and in this way it will help you to remove it very easy from the air filter. After that, you have to put it back the new one, and by putting the ignition a few times on and off, the fuel will go back inside the fuel filter, and in this way the car will start very easy. Okay everybody, so as you can see, the fuel filter is replaced on this car. This is how easy it was to replace it on this car, and from here I recommend all to clean it very good with some brake cleaner, and you can go ahead and replace the rest of the filter which you have on the car. So the last filter which we have to replace is the pollen filter, but this one is a little bit difficult to replace on this car because it's on the driver's side and it's in a very difficult position. You'll have to pull the seat all the way to the back and you'll have to remove this plastic cover from right here, from underneath the gas pedal. You'll have to remove this plastic part. It's only holding in with some clips. You don't have to worry about breaking it because they will come out very easy. Just follow what I'm doing. So as you can see, in my case, this plastic part came out pretty easy, and I think also in your case it will come out very easy. After that, what you have to do is to locate this plastic part, and right underneath this plastic cover, the pollen filter it is. After that, you'll have to remove this actuator because you won't be able to remove the pollen filter unless you remove this actuator, this little engine flap from the AC buttons. But before removing it, I recommend all to draw a line or something which will show you how to install it back after that, because you want to install it back in the exact same position with these little star buttons. After that, you have to take an 8mm key to remove the two screws. In my case, probably you'll have 3, but in my case I only have 2 because one of them is missing. Alright everybody, so as you can see, this is how the pollen filter is coming out on this car. It's a little bit difficult to install it back because you have to bend it in different ways until it will fit back on its position. And after that, you'll have to put everything back together as it was before. So as you can see, right here I have the old pollen filter, and right here into the man box I have the new pollen filter which I'm going to install on the car. Alright everybody, so from here I'm done with installing the pollen filter back on the car. Everything is installed like it's supposed to be installed, and the only thing which I have to do right now is to put back this panel right here on the corner, and after that I'll have to go ahead and put the oil back into the engine. And this car, this engine, it will take 5.5 liters of brand new oil, so I'm going to put 5.5 and that's it. Only if you want to put a little bit more, I recommend all to check the dipstick, and if you didn't put enough, you'll have to put until it will reach the maximum level on the dipstick. Okay everybody, so the oil is back into the engine, and right now I will show you all how much oil this engine actually needs, because I have this paid program which is telling me exactly how much you have to tighten every bolt on this car, for example, how much oil you have to put in the engine, in the gearbox, and so on. So as you can see right here, the sample gear bolt is going to be tightened to 44 Newton meters. And also, if I go a little bit up on this program, it's telling me that the engine with the oil filter, it will take 5.5 liters of oil. Okay everybody, so with all of these things being said, you'll have to go into the car, you'll have to put the ignition on and off, and you'll have to put it on for about 10 or 15 seconds, and you'll have to hear the fuel pump, which is pumping fuel into the new fuel filter which you placed on this car. Just listen. After that, you'll have to go back into the car, you'll have to remove the ignition, and you'll have to put it back on for another 10 or 15 seconds, and then eventually you can start the car, and the car will start very good, because the new fuel filter is full with fuel, because the fuel pump from inside the reservoir, from the back of the car, pushed all the fuel into the new fuel filter, and in this way the car is starting very good. This is all you have to do from here. Just listen how the car is starting. So as also, the engine did start very well, and the metal sound which you heard is from the timing chain, but I'll have to replace it in the nearest future. And as you can see, this is how the engine is working, this is how everything is working. From here I recommend all to check one more time all the filters, for example the fuel filter and the oil filter. You have to check for any leaks, and if everything is good, this is what I have to do. I will also show you how to reset the service interval on this car. In my case, I checked everything is perfectly fine, I have no leaks on this engine, and from here all I have to do next is to show you all how to reset the service interval on this kind of car. Okay, everybody, so to reset the service interval on this car, you'll have to go back into the vehicle, you'll have to turn off the engine, and you'll have to put back the ignition. After that, what you have to do is to press this little button from the right side. You'll have to press it a few times until it will go you into the menu of the car. And right here, you'll have to turn it to the right. Then you'll have to go right here onto the maintenance. And normally you'll have to go right here in the service and it will show you how to reset the service. But in my case, as you can see, I don't have the reset button. But if I hold down on this button on the service, so you'll have to push it down and you'll have to hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then it will show you the reset function. You'll have to go back, you'll have to click reset, and after that you'll have to confirm, and it will reset the service interval on this vehicle. Okay, after that you have to go back on the maintenance, you have to check it one more time, go to service, and as you can see, the next service, it will be in 30,000 kilometers. This is all you have to do. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.